Well, thanks for joining me. Tonight I'm at the Barton Stadium here in Winsford for tonight's match in the Edward Chase Cup second round. And it's Winsford United taking on Abbey Hulton United. And I was working in Winsford today, and I thought there was a match on here in Winsford tonight, so it'd be rude for me not to come. This is a proper old school, beautiful non-league ground, and it has been the home of Winsford United for over 140 years. Yes, 1883 was when Winsford United were formed, and they've played here ever since. There's been one or two changes in that time, I'm sure, but it still does have a traditional feel, and it's like I say, a non-league ground of beauty. Just over here, you can maybe see the curvature around the perimeter fence there of the pitch. That's because in its day, this used to have a greyhound track here too. So a multi-purpose venue back in the day. But today and tonight, it's very much a football place to come and watch. So I've been told by a very enthusiastic and knowledgeable supporter, a lifelong supporter of Winsford United, Dave, who apparently was also chairman not so long ago. He was saying, giving me a history of the club and what a wonderful history it is. I'm going to actually take you inside now so we can have a look at some of the history of Winsford United, because it's fascinating and it's beautifully documented. So I'm in the clubhouse. It's a beautiful facility for what's probably Division 10. It's Northwest Counties Division 1 South, and that's where Winsford find themselves. But look at this beautiful history of the club, formed back in 1883, and then as you walk down memory lane of Winsford United, you see such a beautiful, colourful and successful history. And we can see a player here who a lot of football supporters would recognise, certainly Everton supporters would recognise, because it's the great Neville Southall, who played for Winsford before he was sold to Bury. Now, I've never been to this ground before, but I have once seen Winsford United play, and it was on this occasion when they were playing away at Wrexham, where they reached the first round proper, and they've done that 3 times in the history. The second time I was at Wrexham, me and my dad did the club video at Wrexham at the time, and we saw the home team win 5-2, but still a great achievement for Winsford to get to the first round proper. And then a couple of seasons later, they did it again. They got to the first round proper where they played Chester. So what a wonderful, colourful history. 1992-93 here. They won 5 trophies in one season, which is absolutely superb and impressive. So there you go. People say that football is losing its soul. Well, perhaps at the top end, when you've got elite players who are millionaires every other week, then perhaps that might be something to say about that. But this is proper, real grassroots, beautiful non-league football, and a super history and a super ground. It's full of character. And tonight's match, it's the Northwest Counties Division 1 equivalent of the League Cup. So they'll be interested to see who wins that. To be honest, that's almost like an afterthought compared to the beautiful ground. It's historic, it's traditional, it's been here since 1883. The beautiful history has been captured so beautifully. I said beautiful twice then, but it really is a spectacle to see. And the enthusiasm for their loyal, die-hard supporters, like the Dave who was just explaining to me about the ground and the history. Well, that's not to be sniffed at. It's very, very impressive. Well, as I'm the vegan GroundHopper, I tasted or tested out the facilities for vegans too. I got my usual black coffee, which is a standard thing for me, and the vegan option that I was offered was chips, and I took them up on it, and the chips were very, very nice. A bag of chips and a coffee on a Tuesday night in Winsford. I'm living the dream, really am. But just in case I was going to go hungry at half-time, my treat, I've brought myself a vegan Kit Kat, so I'm sure I'll find some room to enjoy that one too. But as I quite often say, if you get the opportunity, support your grassroots team. Football is really vibrant. It's real. It's a good standard, but it's real, proper, good old-style football. So if you get the chance, please come down and support your local team. And if you're in the mid-Cheshire area, come to Winsford. It's fantastic. It's a really lovely little ground. So there you go. This is ground 230 for me. And we're about 2 or 3 minutes away from kick-off, so I'm going to get outside so I don't miss the action. But all I've got to say now is thank you very much for watching, and hopefully you'll join me next time.